Okay, so parts are laid out here for issue 43 of the Ferrari. I've got a speaker, we've got some fan components, and we've got like the radiator, main radiator grill part, and some tie rods and some screws. Checked it all off, all there. They are marked as well, some of them are marked with A's and B's, so I've checked I've got the right ones. So yeah, all there. Just going to get this assembled and then fitted onto the chassis that we've been working on the last couple of issues. So this is issue 43. Okay, so now this is one of those issues where it's complicated. I've looked at the instructions in the magazine and I've looked at the video tutorial that they do. The instructions in the magazine aren't that clear. The video tutorial is a lot better. So I'll try and replicate what they do on the video tutorial. To be honest with you, because as I say, putting this together, looking at the magazine is pretty poor. Notches and things that you can't really see very clearly. But let's have a look. So first thing we're going to be fitting is fan case B. So you've got an A and a B marked. I don't know if you can see those, but you've got an A and a B marked. And you've got the same on the fan case. You've got a B on this one. So just going to fit that now. There's no notches that I can see for that one. So that kind of just gets fitted in B to B. Then you've got the fan itself, which is, yeah, you can't really mistake that for anything else. It kind of looks exactly the same. And it can only go one way. If you put it in that way, it won't fit. So it can only kind of go one way. So that's just quite simply, that's quite a simple fit. And then it says you fit that with tight T-screws. So we've got some tight T-screws. I'm just going to fit that in. So far, so good with the instructions and everything. Okay, so that's fairly simple. That's that fan case B. Here's where it gets a little bit more complicated following the instructions versus the video tutorial. So fan case A, which looks very similar to B, but it's got the A and it's also got a notch in it. So I don't know if you see that, but it's got actually a notch out of it. Yeah. Putting that up in top right hand corners, I'm kind of looking at it to start off with. Now next thing you're going to have to fit is you're going to have to fit the kind of fan cover case, if you like, whatever they'll call it. What do they call this? Call it the fan. So this is the fan itself. Now that's got another notch. You can see that. Yeah, so that's got a notch as well on the side of it. Now you're just going to have to marry them two up, and you can do it quite easily. It's probably a bit easier to do it outside of the I'm trying to work out if there's a way it goes around, but it's that way or that way. Oh, it's definitely that way, obviously, because the speaker's going to fit there. So it's going to be just marrying them two up. So those two notches kind of fit in. Then you fit in the speaker, and the speaker has got a little notch out of it, and so is the fan. So you're just marrying up two notches into the speaker. And once again, you can kind of do all this without fitting it to the actual radiator, and then just push that in tightly. Now the way it shows in the video tutorial is quite better, but you can't really get it wrong, to be fair. Put that in this orientation, so with the wires facing that way. Bring over now your loudspeaker locking ring, and it locks on. It doesn't show this very well in the instructions. Does show it. It doesn't really show it either on the video tutorial, but it's got a notch there, which is going to marry up to a notch in the actual speaker case. So you can almost do all of this outside of it and then bring it in. So bring that around, so feed your cable through, marry that notch up to the notch in the actual speaker case, and there you go. So I've done all that without it actually being fitted to that, and that's the easiest way that I think to do it is So it has all got notches and things and lock, so you can't really get it too wrong. And then you just fit it in there. And then fit it in with Type T screws, I think it is. Yep, Type T screws. There we go. Bringing over the chassis then, because we're fitting these pipes from the last issue. This is the radiator pipes, and you're just identifying where these are going to go. So you've got some pins on the actual chassis, and you're just going to marry them up with the pinholes on this. It just kind of goes in that orientation. Marry it up with all the pins, and then push it down. Easier, if you like, because you can see the pins a bit easier from the underside. There you go. Make sure everything's nice and tight. All those pins are in. Radiator hoses. Yeah, done. So that looks like. Okay, and then you're going to fit in what we just constructed. Putting the wire, I think, shows the wire going underneath through the chassis. You can bring that in, attach it to these hoses, these radiator hoses. A bit tough. Okay, once they're in, it's going to be fitted in with, I'm assuming, the eye screws. Yeah, Type eye screws. So kind of bring them in and don't do them up tight until they're all in. Okay. That's what that looks like when it's complete. The screws are fairly chunky. You've got these tie rods, like a lot of these. We've got some spares, so I'll keep those in that bag. But yeah, that's that speaker fitted into the main radiator, and the pipes fitted. Okay. So that was issue 43 done there. Yeah, just have a look at that centre picture, another black and white image. Not too bad there, 43. Yeah, I didn't use the instructions as much as I used the video tutorial for that sound system. Video tutorial made a bit more sense with the notches and things. Couldn't really follow what it was doing there, but it all made sense once I went to that. Now 44, the infamous issue 44. Now it is, as it says, steering components. Now, we'll get into it when we get into the 44 video, but you're basically not using the instructions at all. But it is going to be steering components, kind of, ish. But yeah, we'll get into that when we look at issue 44 video, which should be coming up very soon, so keep an eye out for that. So that was my presentation of this issue of Build a Ferrari F40 Competizione by Panini Collections and Centauro magazine. And if you'd like to see progression of this model from where it is now up to completed car, then don't forget to subscribe, and you can click the bell if you'd like to be notified any time that a video goes live on the channel, because I've also I'm building an Ecto 1 and a Spitfire as well. They're both part builds, so you can check those out as well. But hey, thank you very much for watching. Hope to catch you again on the channel soon. Take care and ta-ra for now.